Okay, this is the second frog video. It's very important that you realize that what did the frogs do? It's in nature. What's the difference between a frog and a toad? A frog, one of the main differences, frogs live near water, toads live near more land. So what did these frogs do? These frogs left their natural environment. They went out of the rivers, they went out of the water, and they went into dry places. Egypt was very dry, and so much so that they even went into ovens. They went into kneading bowls, they went into houses, places where there's no water. They went against their natural inclination and to do the Ratzon of Hashem. And then I hope to, just as a side point, I hope to do different videos of different personalities in the first in Bereshis and all, throughout the whole Torah, that people that what they did is their Mesirat Nefesh, what they did the most is the one main thing that they pride themselves on. They go against their natural inclination because that's the Ratzon of Hashem, because that's really what Hashem would wants them to do. Okay, so back to the frogs. So then we see what's the reward for the frogs that are jumping in the ovens. When you see at the end of the plague, it talks about the frogs that died, and it doesn't mention the ones that jumped in the oven. So the ones that really went against their nature and did the Ratzon of Hashem, how did Hashem reward them? By giving them long life. And we see in addition that the frogs were also, as opposed to the wild animals, the frogs, when they died, they just died and they stank up the land. That they didn't. There was no meat to use for the frog, no benefit, so they just sat there and died then and there. As opposed to the wild animals, that one of they purposely left. They didn't die in the land when the plague was over, so that the Egyptians can't use their meat, can't use any of their pelts, anything like that. Okay, so these are just important things that we learned from the frogs, certain things, as far as attributes, with the mitzvah.